Good blessed Wednesday night, March the 22nd, 2023. It's about 8:38 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest or the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I say or do. That's your prerogative. You have a lot of amendments to the United States Constitution. So exercise them while you can. Because people like Clarence Thomas, the first black, well, not the first black, but one of the longest black serving United States Supreme Court justice, him and another Trump appointee is trying to take away your Fourth and your Fifth Amendment rights to the United States Constitution. You better take a look and see. But I've come here tonight is to let y'all know, those that don't know, those that do know, I filed a complaint against the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. I represented myself, Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority, HUD, and, they used some lawyers, I believe by the name of Banton and Banton out of Sikeston, Missouri. Bantam and Bantam is the same attorneys that represented the Charleston Consolidated School number 7 back in the late 50s in 1961 when they didn't want blacks that was going to the Lincoln School, also known as the C.F. Bowen Center today. Charleston R1 School, the Charleston Consolidated School District number 7 is also known today as the Charleston R1 School District. It's no different than it was back then, but just they got, I believe, a black administrator, some black assistant principals and principals, but that don't mean anything. We have the NAACP, and we know what the NAACP stand for because I'm a member, and you can believe it don't stand for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. But anyway, I want to let y'all know the Human Rights Commission sided with the executive director of the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. They felt my YouTube video was threatening to some of the residents, well, maybe all the residents of the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. They said it was threatening to the employees of the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. As of today, I would stop communicating and making contact with anybody that live in the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. It's nothing personal or the people that work at the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. Not that I feel that I'm a threat to y'all, but I don't need them to try to put some criminal charges on me, which I know if my YouTube videos was threatening Facebook and YouTube in the federal government, state government, county, and the local police departments or law enforcement officials would have me under arrest. They also used it, one of the individuals that the city of Charleston let get on the zoning committee. The Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority chief executive let this same individual, who's a convicted felon, run the C.F. Bowen Center, which I'm permanently banned. But that don't bother me at all. And to them, it's a victory, but to me, it's not. That fire is something that symbols, my grandmother. My grandmother had Indian in her. My mother had Irish in her. And I was taught something by all of my parents and all of my family members. That fire means something. You see what I'm saying? That fire is like when Harriet Tubman was with the Underground Railroad. When they had to rest, the fire be there for a while. Then when they getting ready to get to the next Underground Railroad hiding place, you will see something like that. You see what I'm saying? But one thing it done showed me, it could reconfirm to me, gave me confirmation that the black leaders here in Charleston, Missouri, is the same as those in Carbondale, Illinois. They are worse than the Ku Klux Klan. I would be able to have more peace living around the Ku Klux Klans than I would around some of these blacks here in Charleston, Missouri. But you see, they think they won, but I know they ain't won. You know why? Because anytime you have a bunch of white supremacists and a bunch of sellout blacks attacking an activist that's trying to bring peace in the black community, you know what you're going up against. You see what I'm saying? Clarence Thomas ain't the only one selling black folks out. Come down to Charleston, Missouri, and then go to any meeting that black folks is having here in Charleston, Missouri. Any of these blacks that's running for politics now, you got one that's running for city hall, a city council. I would vote for a white supremacist before I vote for her, because there's nothing she been doing since she been back in this town for this black community. You see what I'm saying? Not one thing. But I'm going to leave as I came, with the peace and blessings of God, and I greet all human beings with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God. But you see, when you see that signal, don't think it's the police when you close around me. It's just telling y'all to beware of these Negroes here in Charleston, Missouri, when they call themselves NAACP, when they getting this government grant money, when they're able to run programs and be on zone committees and felons. Peace, be still. Let me leave y'all with something else. Today, this morning when I went to the post office, as I was going in, the executive director of the housing authority was coming out. And as he came out, I always walk up looking with my head up. You see what I'm saying? But he was walking as he passed me. When he came out the door, before I can get to the stairs, he had his head down. You know, I was taught when a dog has done wrong, they look down. But a snake will look you right in the eyes. A dog, when they done wrong, they look down. You notice if you ever have an animal, when they done did something, tore something up in the house, their tail is barely wagging and their head is down because they done wrong. But a snake look you right in the eyes. That's what I've been dealing with here in Charleston, Missouri. A bunch of dogs and a bunch of snakes. Most of the snakes, you see what I'm saying, was some of the black people here in Charleston, Missouri. They know who they are. You see what I'm saying? I don't have nothing against none of y'all. You see what I'm saying? Because some of y'all is weak by birth. Everybody ain't a leader. Most of y'all talk about me, but y'all wouldn't do the half of the things that I do. Stand up to half of the people that I stand up to. You see what I'm saying? I don't need no money for no lawyer, unless God say so. You see what I'm saying? When I fight battles, it's to let you know that I'm one Negro that don't walk with my head down. You see what I'm saying? And if I do look you in your eye, I let you know I don't fear you. I don't care how powerful your name is. I don't care how white you are. I don't care how black you are. I don't care what gang you in. You see what I'm saying? I don't fear nobody but God. I'm going to leave it with this here. Y'all think y'all won. You see what I'm saying? I commend the executive director for promoting black folks in the housing authority. That's what white folks do. That's what racist white folks do. You see what I'm saying? When you file discrimination and things like that, they promote people and blacks in your schools. They promote people in the housing authority. They promote people on the police department. They give people jobs like them criminals that they got on the zone committee. I'm talking about the black criminals. I'm going to leave with that there, y'all. And then, you know, if the Human Rights Commission was really investigating, when the executive director and his attorney said that I was banded and had a restraining order against me for the C.F. Bowen Center before by one of the individuals that do the programs, which they talking about Lester Gillespie. I would never bar. Ex-Judge Camp, Gary Camp, you know, Robert Barker, who works with all of these individuals that I go up against, the Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, and these House Negroes and the racist whites. If you're not a House Negro or racist white, I'm not talking about you. But they got people like Robert Barker. They got people like Carly Pauley, the prosecuting attorney, and Bob Barker, the judge up there. But Judge Camp showed you I wasn't barred from the C.F. Bowen Center, but I don't need to go to the C.F. Bowen Center, the Helen Curran Center, the playground, or the parking lot. You see what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing positive happening in that, none of them. You give our children in the black community food that is given to them free by the government. You see what I'm saying? You let black criminals run the C.F. Bowen Center. You see what I'm saying? Who let our children know you don't go no farther than playing basketball at the C.F. Bowen Center. You don't go to college to play it. You see what I'm saying? You allow this individual to hire drug dealers and drug addicts and alcoholics. But you know, just like he got caught once with the federal government, he'll get caught again, him and those preachers. I ain't gonna get caught doing nothing but doing what I'm doing. I'm a black activist. You see what I'm saying? Don't want to be white. Ain't got nothing against white. Ain't gonna act like I'm white. Don't like individuals that act like they white. Don't like white people to try to act like they black. Be what God made you. You see what I'm saying? I'm an ambassador of Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? And there's plenty of Judases down here. You see what I'm saying? And 9 out of 9.99% of them is these black leaders down here that call themselves preachers. Y'all think y'all won? I don't need to be in the projects. If I did, God would have me there. I don't need to be at the C.F. Bowen Center or the Helen Curran Center, because ain't a damn thing there beneficial for the black folks. It's just to teach our children to be house Negroes. You ain't gonna get my children. I bet you my 2 daughters is smarter than the average one of y'all that y'all have at the C.F. Bowen Center, Susanna Wesley, and any other places. And you can believe the Charleston R1 school district or none of these sellout black teacher leaders or white leaders taught my daughters and them anything. Raymond Lewis Ivy in the Underground Railroad taught them. Peace be still.